Welcome to another Meeples and Milkshakes Board Game Cafe unboxing video. I'm Jim. We have 17 boxes to unpack today. I think some shipments must have arrived much sooner than I was expecting. There's a lot of cool stuff in here. We have some very eagerly awaited restocks. We have some very eagerly awaited new things. We have some very popular things that we need to make sure we keep in stock. All kinds of fun stuff. Let's get to it. All right, first up, speaking of eagerly awaited restocks, the Lost Ruins of Arnak. This was the most popular game of December and January, and it probably would have been the most popular game in February, could we get any, but we couldn't. Now we have some, and we'll have even more coming later this week. This one is already spoken for, at least, and we have lots left. So this will be on meeples.ca and in store right away. Can't wait. It is an amazing deck building and worker placement game put together. You can see the board there is very, very cool. There's lots and lots of spaces for you to go to. Actually, do I have it? No, I don't have it upside down. There we go. So you can send your explorers there. They can explore new sites. They can go up these, what are they called, research tracks or something. They can get these artifacts and these items. There's all these cool things to do. Plus you have a deck building thing. You're buying these items, getting these artifacts that go into your deck. Every round you're drawing cards into your hand. But the neat thing is, a lot of deck building games, when you get new cards to add to your deck, they go into your discard pile. And then it's like, okay, wow, I got all these cards in my deck. I gotta get through all those cards. Then I gotta shuffle my discard pile. Maybe I'll get unlucky and the new card I just bought I really want will get shuffled into the bottom of my deck. Who knows if I'll ever get to play it? Lost Ruins of Arnak says that sucks. No. When you buy a card, it goes on the top of your draw pile. Ding, 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 ding. We have a winner. That's a way better way to play, way more fun. These guys figured that out. I've played this, I loved it. Almost that alone makes this an awesome game, but there's so many awesome things about this, including the art, the components, great mix of mechanics. It's just really, really fun. There's lots of variability. I only played it a 2-player for obvious reasons, but I know this game is awesome at higher player counts, and it goes up to 4. I have not played it solo, but I would if I had the time. Anyway, it is in our library as well, and I am just thrilled that we have it again. Lost Ruins of Arnak. Brushes. Oh, it really is brushes here. Now, a customer special ordered something, and it was brushes, and I thought what it was like, you know, brushes like bushes, like, anyway, I thought it was like terrain stuff, but it's actually brushes. And they did a beautiful job of packing these to make them safe to ship. So well done, Universal, for doing that. Let's see what we actually have. Wow, these are brushes. Here, I'm completely wrong. I was talking with my daughter about these, saying, oh no, it's brush. Yeah, no, it's not. It's brushes, what it says, brushes. Army Painter brushes. Insane detail is what it says right on there. And yeah, these were special ordered. And just so you know, we do have access to War Painter, Vallejo, quite a few different brands of paints. So if you want paints, you want brushes, that kind of stuff, you can get it from us. We can get it from our supplier in Vancouver, who's got tons of it. And we can usually get it the same week, if not at worst the next week if you order late in the week. And yeah, so very cool, special orders. And now we have a restock of Barking Kittens, which is the 3rd expansion to Exploding Kittens. Exploding Kittens is a really fun push your luck game. I like to call it the Russian roulette card game. You're trying to avoid drawing the Exploding Kitten card, but you are forced to draw a card at the end of your turn, unless you have some fancy card in your hand that lets you skip drawing. Now, next thing in this box, I'm going to tip the box to get these out carefully. There we go. Oh, all splayed out now. Is a bunch of copies of the Candlekeep Mysteries alternate cover edition. It's beautiful, great art. I think I opened this the last video that we did, and here's some more. So now we have lots of copies in stock. It is unlikely that I'll be able to get more of these. These are limited printed. It's not, they only make these the one run at the beginning of the release of a new book. So if you want this, better come and get it. This is full of, I think it's like 16 adventures or something, like really short adventures in it. They look fantastic. The art is amazing. Come on down and get it. This is for Dungeons and Dragons, of course. I should mention that in case you weren't aware. Wow. Here we go. Excited to have a restock of Oceans because we were out of this. This is an amazing game, and this is the limited edition still of Oceans, which is one of the best, most highly reviewed games of 2020. This is from the acclaimed Evolution series. There's Evolution, Evolution Climate, Oceans. Well, there it is, Oceans. There's another one. There's like a flight or aviary version of Evolution, I think. Anyway, that's what I was thinking of. But here is Oceans. Comes in a beautiful limited edition box. It's beautiful, but unfortunately it doesn't show the game on the back. So when I'm talking to people about it, I don't really have much to show, which is a little bit of a bummer, but it's still a great game. And one that just keeps on getting more and more recognition. And that's a great thing because now more people will get to enjoy it. Next up, we have a restock of Horrified, which is a favorite cooperative game of some of our staff. It is designed by Prospero Hall, and this is featuring Universal Studios monsters, classic monsters, and you are trying to defeat them along with your friends. It has, it's very easy to learn, and the great thing about it is you can vary the difficulty. Like there's lots of different scenarios that they give you that you can try that have different levels of difficulty, and that's great because you can start people off easy, and then when you want more of a challenge, you can try it with more of a challenge. So there you go, Horrified. Okay, here we have a well-timed restock of Klask. It's a very fun two-player dexterity game. We had just sold out of Klask, so now we have some more. It says an epic magnetic battle on the box. It says it takes about 10 minutes. It's about right. We have this in our library and people love playing it, and we love watching people play it. And if you enjoy it too, or you've always wanted to try it, you can now take it home. Check us out, meeples.ca and in store. Ooh. Well, here's another well-timed restock because we also just ran out of this. This is Kingdom Rush Rift in Time, which is a very cool board game adaptation of a popular mobile tower defense game. And this is now starting to get some attention. People are realizing how amazing this is, especially for the price. Don't quote me, but I think this game is only like $56.95. Or 60, maybe it's $65.95, something like that. Anyway, either price is ridiculously cheap for like how huge this box is, and it's heavy. It's full of stuff, and it looks like a great game. You don't see too many games with this much stuff for that low price. It's an amazing value. I hear it's a great game. Haven't had a chance to play it myself yet. Would definitely love to someday. If you want it, you can come and get it. Oh, excellent. All right, so Dice Thrones Season 1 has been shot out of a cannon since we got it. People are loving this. Sometimes people are buying 2 at a time. We have lots of different sets. Of course, we have now a restock of Pyromancer versus Shadow Thief, I think it's called. Yeah, Shadow Thief. And we have a restock of Barbarian versus Moon Elf. And we have a restock of Monk versus Paladin. And then in another box, we have a restock of the other one, I think. There's 4 of them. And I think we also have some Season 2 stuff as well. It's funny because Season 1 came out a while back and it didn't get a whole lot of attention. And then when Season 2 came out like a year or 2 ago, all of a sudden everybody was all over it. And now they've re-released Season 1, called it Season 1 Rerolled. And now it's starting to get the attention it deserves. And we're really happy to have it in here. Really, really fun dice battle game, dual battle game. It's awesome. Oh. Big box for a big expansion. This box is huge because it's an expansion. Ha ha ha. This is the first expansion for Exploding Kittens. It is called Imploding Kittens. The reason this box is so big is that it has a cone of shame inside it. You wear a cone of shame like you know what dogs wear after they go to the vet and they don't want them licking themselves and scratching themselves. So if you are playing Exploding Kittens with this expansion, you will find there is a card called Reverse, which reverses the order of play. Should you at any point in the game ask the question at the table, hey, whose turn is it? Or whose turn is it next? Now you have to wear the cone of shame until somebody else does it. True story. I have had to wear the cone of shame on more than one occasion. You really should not be playing on your phone while you play Exploding Kittens because you could easily forget whose turn it is. Very bad habit playing with your phone while you're playing with people. I've been told that repeatedly because I have somewhat of an addiction to my phone. What can I do? Kind of my day job is writing apps for game or for phones too. So anyway. Love this. Imploding Kittens is very fun. Adds a bunch of neat new cards like the aforementioned reverse card. Has an Alter the Future card. So if you've played Exploding Kittens, you know there's a See the Future card. That card lets you pick up the top 3 cards of the deck, keep them in order, but see what they are, put them back. So now you know if there's an Exploding Kitten card coming up and you know if it's safe to draw or not, or if you need to shuffle the deck or do something else. With Alter the Future, maybe that Exploding Kitten card is the 3rd position. You can change it to make it the 2nd position so that the person to the left is going to pick it up. Ha ha ha. That's a lot of fun. Also, there's this Imploding Kitten. Now, I haven't played this in a while, but it says, when drawn face down, put back in the deck face up without using a diffuse. So normally these cards, of course, are face down. You have no idea what they are. But once the Imploding Kitten has been drawn, it goes back in the deck face up. And unlike a normal Exploding Kitten card, you cannot diffuse this one. There's a diffuse card. Everybody starts the game with the diffuse card. If you draw an Exploding Kitten, you can use your diffuse card to stop yourself from being eliminated from the game. But should you happen to draw the Imploding Kitten face up, you're out. There's nothing you can do about it. Unless, hopefully, you have like a skip card or a shuffle card or an Alter the Future card or some other way to mess with that deck so that you don't have to draw it. That's what you want. This is a great expansion. Check it out. Yay, even more Lost Ruins of Arnak. Yeah, well, we've already seen this, but here we go. Here's some more. So hopefully this will tide us over for a little while. Oh my goodness. Even more Lost Ruins of Arnak. It's like Christmas all over again. Literally, this game was super popular around Christmas time. Yeah, so here we go. Hopefully it's still really popular in March. All right, next up we've been talking about Exploding Kittens a lot, and there we go. Here is the not safe for work version of Exploding Kittens. If we weren't sold out of this for a little while, we only have one left maybe. I think we might have one. But this is going to be a popular game as it is always, so we always want to make sure we have it. I'm not sure if I mentioned, but the art in Exploding Kitten is done by the creator of the Oatmeal, Matthew Inman, and the art is fantastic and especially a little bit more crazy in the Not Safe for Work edition. Here's another game, another game from the people who made Exploding Kittens called Poetry for Neanderthals. This has a inflatable club, and in this game it says a word game where you must speak good or get hit with stick. How it works: as a Neanderthal poet, how do you get your primitive friends to guess the word campfire using only words with one syllable? You might say hot place where you roast soft white cube. If your team guesses correctly, you get points. If you accidentally use words with more than one syllable, like marshmallow, the other team gets to hit you with the nose stick and steals your points. Which is why this game is not in our library, because we do not condone violence. But please take it home and enjoy it there. Poetry for Neanderthals. Yay! Great news, as we were running short on Ticket to Ride. Over 8 million sold. I look forward to seeing 9 million someday. Ticket to Ride by Alan Armoon is one of the most popular games of all time. This is a very, very fun game for up to 5 players. It's a great family weight game. It's very easy to learn and play. In this game, you are trying to build the best routes of trains using these colored cards. For example, if you wanted to put your trains, maybe you're the red player, you want to put your trains on this segment here, you have to have 6 blue cards in your hand, which you'll collect over a sequence of turns, and then on a subsequent turn you play those 6 cards, you get to put your red trains on there. Now you've claimed this route. It can be part of a larger route. Maybe you're trying to get from Portland to New York or to Atlanta or Miami, and because you have these route tickets here that tell you where you need to get to, and you get points for completing those, and you also lose points for not completing them, which is the tricky part. So you got to be careful about how many of these destination tickets you take. And therein lies the fun. Ticket to Ride, over 8 million sold for a good reason, and we buy them by the case for a good reason too, because it's just that popular a game that will always have a place here. And we also have 2 copies of Ticket to Ride, a copy of Ticket to Ride Europe, a copy of Ticket to Ride Asia, a copy of Ticket to Ride Rails and Sails, a copy of Ticket to Ride Marklin, which is like a German version. Such a good game. Come try it out. Math Rush. This is a special order for a fabulous education customer of ours. It says here, think fast in Math Rush, a totally thrilling cooperative math game that will make your heart race and your head rev. For 3 rounds, up to 5 players must balance strategy and speed, properly sequencing sums and differences before the timer runs out. Crunch the numbers in a hurry and rack up more points, make an error, and you miss your goal. Whether you beat your high score or not, it's more fun than you calculated. So this is the Volume 1, which is Addition and Subtraction. There's also Volume 2 and Volume 3 coming out in May that has like multiplication and division, and then there's one that has like exponents, and can't remember what the other one was, but anyway, those are coming out in May. So this is what's available now. This is special order, and we're really glad that it was able to come quickly so that they can give it a try. This is by John J. Covey and Steve Schlepphorst, published by Genius Games. Cool. Next up, we have these dice thrones that I was telling you about. We have the Season 1 Rerolled. There we go. Treant versus Treant? I don't know how to pronounce that. Versus Ninja. That's completing the restock of all of the Season 1s. And then we have a Season 2. We have, I don't know how to say this, Seraph versus Vampire Lord. This is Battle 4, so there's 4 sets in Season 2 as well. Very cool art in all of these. This is published by Roxley, who make only awesome games, and they are a Canadian company too, which makes us all happy. So that's Dice Throne Season 2. And then, because as I said, we love this game, this is The King is Dead by Pierre Sylvester. This is the 2nd edition, and it's an amazing game. I highly recommend that you go to Board Game Geek right now and read more about it, watch a review, and then keep the tab open with us, because in the description you can find a link to this page, to the page with this game on our website, and then you can take it home. order it to pick up or order it to have us ship it to you. And if you spend enough money in your order, you can even get free shipping. How's that a good deal, huh? Yeah. Oh, hurrah. Okay. So first up, we have Lux Tenebrae. This is the first expansion for Res Arcana, which is an amazing card game which is getting more and more popular. Finally, it's taken a couple years, I think, for people to realize how awesome it is, but they are realizing how awesome it is. This is a great game by Tom Lehman. I always misattribute this game. Tom Lehman, who's an awesome designer, and this expansion is no different. This is a card game, and each game you get 8 cards. There's like, in the base game there's 40 cards. You and each opponent gets 8 cards. You can either get them randomly given to you, or you can draft them. So like, you get some cards, you pick one, you pass the remainder to your friends, receive some from your friends, pick another one, pass them along. So either a kind of a lucky, you either get a random assortment of cards or a very skillfully selected assortment of cards. But you only have 8, and with those 8 cards, you have to come up with an engine, some way to win the game, some way to get lots of points. Those cards are going to let you collect resources. They're going to let you score points. They're going to let you get other cards cheaper, maybe. Well, not the 8 cards, but there's some other cards like these monuments that you can buy that cost 4 gold each, and they give you points, and some of them give you special abilities. There's these places of power that are even more expensive. There's 5 of them, I believe, in the beginning of the game, and they're shared. They're not shared, but they're a shared pool that are available. It's a race to get them. They're worth lots of points, and yeah, there's all kinds of neat stuff. There's a couple new mages in this, and each game you get dealt 2 mage cards, and you have to pick one of them, and that each mage has a different special ability. Just a great game, and the Lux Tenebrae expansion is fabulous. Next up, we have a restock of Ankh'or, which is a very fun game. I like to call this Splendor 2.0. It is very Splendor-like, down to the little poker chips, although these are like mini chips in a little mini box. This is a very fun game. It's a game where you are spending the chips to get tiles, very similar to Splendor, where you spend bigger chips to get cards, but then you are lying those tiles in this very spatial manner. You're trying to group the same color next to each other, trying to group the same types together. There's different animals, there's different abilities on some of them. Very fun. One thing that I like about this is that there's this board these little chips fall into. You randomize the costs for the different tiles. Each game, it's a different cost arrangement. When this tile gets bought, then at the end of the round, these ones slide down. And yeah, anyway, awesome game, very inexpensive. Comes in a little box, easy to travel with. Great game at 2 players, but it's also fantastic at 3 and 4 players. I've played it at all the player counts, and I love it. Highly recommend Ankh'or. Next up, we have a restock of some of the Unlock adventure games. These have 3 different escape room adventure scenarios in them. They are replayable. They're a fantastic value for $33.95. You have 3 replayable escape room scenarios. You can share them with your friends, or you can play them again and try them at different difficulty levels. You do need an app that is free to play these, and you download them on the App Store. And these are really fun. We also have a number of them in our library if you want to come and give them a try before you take some home. So we have mystery adventures here, we have escape adventures here, we have another escape adventures, and then we have some more in boxes to come. Next up, oh yeah, here we have some Timelines games. We already have Timeline Canada here, but now we're going to have some more Timeline games. These are really fun, kind of a light family party game where you are trying to arrange a sequence of, well, I have to open this box to show you what's going on in here. So there's 6 of them in this case. We'll have this up at our point of sale area. So I love how they pack them so that they all stay nice and safe. They take such great care of them. And there we go, we're gonna shove that in there. There it says Timeline Inventions. So here are some inventions. We have first cave painting, stone cutting, invention of the key, ballpoint pen. You're going to have some of these cards, and you have to put them in the right chronological order. You're going to get a card, and you need to figure out where to put it. And that is the game, and it is a lot of fun. It's very, very easy to learn. It plays up to 8 players. It takes about 15 minutes to play. Super easy, fun game. Make you feel smart if you can get it right. There you go. Now we have another one, but this is not about inventions. This is about different world events. There we go, timeline events. So here's some events. We have the construction of the Great Wall of China, the First Gulf War begins, yuck. Napoleon becomes emperor, founding of the Templars, and Woodstock Festival. I know that was 1969. Do you know the other years? If you do, when you get a new card, where should you place that card in the timeline? You gotta place it in the right place, and that is timeline. Here, just in time, because we're running low on this as well, is another evergreen game, Catan. By evergreen, I mean a game that will always be popular and always be in demand, because it is a classic, a modern classic now. Catan, Trade, Build, Settle. Klaus Teuber's amazing game where you are settling, you're building roads, you're building settlements and cities, you're trading goods with your opponents, and you're rolling dice, and yeah, it's an awesome game. It's been out now for 25 years. There was a 25th anniversary edition that came out last year, and yeah, it is a great game. We have a couple copies of this in our library, and it gets played quite frequently, as you might imagine. This is Catan. All right, here is more Exploding Kittens. So we should be good for Exploding Kittens for a little while anyway. Awesome, awesome push your luck card game, Russian roulette card game, as I like to call it. We've been talking about that lots. Here we have some more Dice Throne Season 2, Gunslinger versus Samurai. 2 of those. I don't think I have all 4 because they weren't all in stock, but these were the ones that were in stock that I was able to get. So there you go, Gunslinger versus Samurai. I think this is the one that we have in our library, actually. This room, yeah, I think so. Next up, we have a restock of Throw Burrito, which is a very popular game where, it's called Dodgeball Card Game. Yep. And it's another one that we don't have in the library because we can't have people throwing things for obvious reasons. So it's one of those games that you're just gonna have to take home. And a lot of people do. So we keep on bringing it in. Throw Burrito. Then we have Throw Burrito Extreme Outdoor Edition. Includes 120 water-resistant jumbo-sized playing cards, huge inflatable burritos that you throw at each other, durable components for athletes who are going pro, for aspiring burrito champions. This is a game, Cheryl. This is serious. Oh, sorry. This is not a game, Cheryl. This is serious. It says Cheryl. I'm not like that's my wife's name, but I wasn't just saying that. This is not a game, Cheryl. This is serious. This is a party game. No, it's serious. It's a serious party game with waterproof cards for ages 7 and up. Serious 7-year-olds play this game outside, up to 6 of them at a time, or as few as 2. This is a game by Exploding Kittens. This is a game, again, that we will not have in our library. Very, we're not about serious games here. We're about fun games. This is not a fun game. This is a serious game, so it doesn't belong in our shelves. But if it belongs on your shelf or in your backyard or at your park, you can take it home. This is the first time we've had this here. I think it's very cool. I don't know what to think about this. You're hurling massive inflatable burritos at each other. Does there need to be a game? Like, do you even care if there's a game behind this? I mean, I guess you kind of do, but wouldn't you just buy this so you can throw massive inflatable burritos at each other? There you go. Aha. I promised you more unlock games, and here they are. So we have Timeless Adventures, another Mystery Adventures. We have Secret Adventures that has the very, very difficult Wizard of Oz scenario, one of the hardest ones. It has, here's the Heroic Adventures, Sherlock Holmes and Alice in Wonderland. Lots of neat stuff in there. Timeless Adventures again, and another Heroic Adventures. There we go. We are restocked on unlock games. Yay. Very nice. Okay, so first up, another copy of Lux Tenebrae, the expansion for Res Arcana. Then, and it's been a while since we've had this. I'm very excited to see this again. This is Great Western Trail. I think this might be number 3 or number 4 on Board Game Geek. This is a Alexander Pfister game. It's in our library. It's a great, great game. It is fairly long though, I will warn you. If you do want to come and play it here, just be prepared to, you know, have a couple milkshakes. It's going to take you, it's a couple milkshake game. It's that kind of game. It's going to take you a little while, but it's awesome. It's one of the best games. And that's why it's like in the top 5 on Board Game Geek. In this game, you are moving along this trail over and over again, you're collecting cows and all kinds of stuff, and then you're sending them off to the trains, and all kinds of neat stuff is going on there. And you are building buildings, and you're putting them on there, and you're making subsequent trips around this map more and more interesting, with more and more to do each time. Do go and check out reviews of this. This is an awesome, fun game by Alexander Pfister, published by Eggertspiel. It plays up to 4 players, I think. I don't think I've ever played it with more than 4. It's probably for, yeah, 4-player board. So there you go. Up to 4 players, and you wouldn't want to play this with more than, there it is, right there, 2 to 4. You wouldn't want to play this with more than 4 players because it's a long game, and it would be even longer at 5 players. But lots of fun. Really happy to have this back in stock. And then, last but not least is Ankh'or, which is like Splendor 2.0, which we said. And oh, did I mention that this is a limited edition that comes with a metal coin inside? It's very, very nice. It's a very nice metal coin. It's a nice promotion that's included in the box. This is, like I said, a great game for 2 to 4 players. I don't really feel like you're missing anything by playing it at 2 players. Honestly, it scales perfectly. I just love this game. It's so easy to play, and just there's lots to it. It's really good. It's really good. So, Xavier, can you just show everybody all this stuff that we have just unboxed? There's so much that we have to go through now. We need to put price stickers on these, get them on the shelves. And and these need to go up at the point of sale counter. There's so much cool stuff here. This isn't even including the full cases of Catan and Ticket to Ride and Lost Ruins of Arnak that we've just put over there for now because they wouldn't fit on the table. We're gonna keep bringing in awesome games here and keep making them available to you, and that's so cool that Penticton has a game store now. We don't have to go to Kelowna or Vancouver or shop online. I mean, you're still welcome to shop online, but if you live in Penticton, now you can just walk over here and take an awesome game home like Kingdom Rush or Klask or Oceans or Great Western Trail or some of these Timelines games. That's awesome. It has been now, well now let's see, this is 17th of March. So it was a year and 5 days ago that we signed the lease for this building. And that means that it was a year and 5 days ago since the NBA announced the suspension of their season, because they did that an hour after we signed the lease. Made us feel awesome, I might add, and really smart and clever for having just signed a lease at the beginning of a global pandemic that was just declared by the WHO the day before. Nevertheless, we are open. You can come here, you can play games with your family, with your bubble, and we have an amazing, fully renovated space here. Completely gutted it. The whole kitchen's brand new. all brand new stuff, except for that big massive stove, which was in awesome condition. We bake all our awesome goods here. We don't like bring our food in, other than the Oreos that, you know, we put in our Oreo milkshakes. Those are real Oreos, not like knockoff Oreos. We buy the good stuff, right? But all the food is made by Xavier there behind the camera, some of it by Cheryl, some of it by other people as well, who are awesome. Our staff is awesome. We have great milkshakes here, a huge library full of awesome games that just keeps getting better, and we'd love to see you here. And don't forget, you can go on meeples.ca, browse our huge selection of games at any time, and order them to either pick up or have them shipped. So thanks very much for watching this video. Oh, I almost forgot. We have 2-for-1 stay and play for March. That's our March special, and we love having people come in and play games here. People have been taking advantage of that, which we think is awesome. We also announced a new milkshake flavor today. It's mint Oreo. We use real mint cream Oreos. We don't just like take regular Oreos and throw some mint in there. No. Real mint Oreos. And then we add some extra mint because we want it to even be better. So it is an amazingly yummy, tasty shake. Oreo is our most popular milkshake. That is no secret. And mint Oreo is awesome. Come down and try it out. Not sure if it's going to be a permanent fixture, because I'm not sure how long the food suppliers are going to have these mint cream Oreos. It might just be like a March thing. I will find out. But yeah, it is so good. You got to try it. Plus, our Bloody Delicious milkshake that we brought out for as a Valentine's Day special, that is now a permanent item. It is our second most popular milkshake, believe it or not. I would not have believed it had you told me that in February, that it was going to be our second most popular milkshake. But people come back and they try it again and again. It's their new favorite. They love it. It is so good. We're really proud of it. Please come down and give it a try and let us know what you think. So there we go. That's all I wanted to say now. So here we can get to the outro. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy these videos, give it a thumbs up. Really helps, as well as sharing and subscribing. Hit the bell. You'll get notified when we get new videos out. And yeah, thanks very much for watching these videos. Hope you are keeping safe and sane during these crazy times of 2020, 2021. The light at the end of the tunnel is approaching. The vaccines are coming. Can't wait until the end of the social gathering restrictions so that we can all get together with our friends again. It's going to be awesome. We can't wait. Until then, there's lots of games to take home, and you can come here with your family. Please come and enjoy it. This place is here for you. We made this for you. Thanks very much.